We've all heard the phrase, comparison is a thief of joy, right? And when we say that, we're referring to, I'm comparing myself to someone that I see as better than myself, right? They have a better body, they have more education, they have a bigger house, they have a nicer car. Comparison is the thief of joy. Because let's say I feel like I have enough, and then I drive by someone's house and they have a 3-car garage. I only have 2. Oh God, and then right? The noise starts. I'm not enough. Voice of doubt. Now I have a generalized anxiety about my choices in life, and I'm. Okay, that's pretty well known, and that's something that we talk about often. What we don't talk about is the uncomfortable side of comparison, which is at least I'm not. So we tend to talk about comparison as I'm comparing myself to someone as I judge as higher in whatever way. What we don't talk about is I'm comparing myself to people who I consider lower, right? Well, at least I might be comparing my body. I might be comparing my family situation. Either way, ego is the middle of it. Ego is here, and it's either going up or it's going down to make itself feel better or worse, right? But they both harm us. So it makes us a little squirmy, it makes us a little uncomfortable, because here we are saying, ooh, I can have very unkind thoughts about other people to make myself feel better. And maybe they're really quiet, maybe they're really loud, maybe they're not so often, maybe they're all the time. But either way, that's just our ego. It's just our ego talking. So what's the opposite of ego? Soul self, spirit self, true self, wise self. People have different words for it, but that's the we. That's the we. That's the collective. That's the compassion and the empathy and the interconnectedness. Ego is the I, right? We have to have I, because we have to know that we're different than one another, right? It's a very important thing that as little ones we develop ego, because baby doesn't know different than mom and dad and brother and sister, whatever, if they don't develop ego. So we have to have it. But the challenge is our capitalistic culture and all the other things that we live in really feed the ego. We are different. We need to be different. We need to be divided. We need to be, versus the wise self zooms out more. Big picture. Sees the connectedness of humanity. Sees the connectedness of humans and the planet. Now I'm going on a tangent. but I just wanted to make this video to point out that it's easy to notice when we're comparing ourselves up, because we feel bad, right? I feel bad. They have the newer car. I feel bad. They have the body that I want. They're the height that I wish I was. It's easier. I encourage all of you to notice when you're comparing to what you perceive as lower, and to be uncomfortable, because it is. But that's where you can grow. So just checking in on the ego. It likes to play with us.